Gentlemen, we are live right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. This is the day, actually Wednesday, W-I-N-S day, Wednesday. This is the Wednesday that the Lord has made. We are rejoicing and we are glad in it. So please, if you are coming on, you should know the routine by now. I need you to hit the like button. I need you to share this video on whatever platform or audio on whatever platform. And I want you to tag somebody, text somebody, and let them know Prophet Ramon, the squad, we are live right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. And this is the Ramon Preston Show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am your host, Ramon Preston. And just in case you don't know, every day, Monday through Friday, we come to you through the Ramon Preston Show to share information with you that we know without a shadow of a doubt can help you start, structure, and scale your businesses, your ministries, your income streams, and your wealth building dreams. So if you are an entrepreneur, a small business owner, a ministry leader, an organizational executive, or if you have a desire or a passion, maybe you have a calling and an assignment from God to move into the marketplace, to move into entrepreneurship. Everything that we share with you on this show is designed to help show you how to start that structure, how to build that infrastructure out so that you can scale it to the next level. So today I want to talk to you about how to guarantee success using your holding company. So for those of you that are very interested in holding companies, you're interested in building an organizational enterprise, this is going to be a very exciting show today. So again, welcome to the show. I'm your host, Ramon Preston. Please, can you put in the comments where you're watching me from today? I would love to know what city you are watching me from today, while we talk about how to guarantee success with your holding company. If you have a holding company already, I would love to know. Just put in the comments that you already have a holding company. Let me know if you have one. If you're desiring to have a holding company, put it in the comments. Let me know that you're desiring to have a holding company. So today we're going to talk about how to guarantee success with your holding company. I don't know anyone that starts a business and doesn't want to have success in their business. I don't know anyone who does anything and they don't want to succeed in it. So if you are already owning a holding company, if you're already running a holding company, or if you desire to own and run a holding company or multiple entities, I'm going to show you how to guarantee success in doing it. Now, again, put the name of the city that you're watching me from in the comments. I would love to know where you're watching your boy from. And also, I would love to know from our audience today, what type of information do I share with you on the show that you just love and value the most? I would love to know that. We've been hosting this show for over a year, and probably about 15 months now we've been hosting this show. And we've gotten some amazing responses. We've gotten a lot of feedback. I've been able to build some awesome relationships with some extraordinary people all around the United States of America, not just here in Atlanta. And I'm appreciative. So if you are enjoying the Ramon Preston Show, if you get value from the show, if I'm sharing things with you that you know are impacting your life and your business, I would love to get some feedback from you. Of course, I want you to subscribe to my YouTube page. I want you to follow me on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Instagram. You can find me at Ramon Preston on all of the platforms. Please take time out, even when the show ends today, to subscribe to my YouTube page. Invite other people to subscribe to our page. Follow me on other social media platforms. Your support, your feedback, your comments, your engagement, it not only helps me personally continue to do what I'm doing, but it encourages my team. It encourages our community. When people are able to see that you are getting value from what I'm sharing, and it's valuable enough for you to respond, for you to subscribe, for you to follow, for you to engage and participate in the things that we do, it just shows other members of our community that you appreciate it. So I really, really, really thank you for being a part of our show, for being a part of our business community. Now, before I get into our discussion today on how to guarantee success with your holding company, I want to share a few things with you. Number one, if you have participated in any of our events, any of our workshops, any of our masterminds, our boot camps, or any of our programs, I really want you to take some time to visit our university training platform and take a look at all of the new programs that we are introducing. We are continuing to introduce programs because my goal is to make a business connection with you, to build a relationship with you, and to walk you through each phase of your business building process so you can become successful. My ultimate goal is to have partnerships and relationships all around this world with people like you who want to be successful. My goal is to help you become successful, whether that's becoming a millionaire, a billionaire, or just getting financially free and financially comfortable that you could take care of your family. So if at any point in our interaction and engagement, if at any point you have participated in any event or you have purchased any product or service from me, I want to make sure that you take time to go to our platform and take a look at all of the resources that we provide. We have an upcoming Mastermind Workshop. It's going to be a one-day event that we're hosting on Saturday, April the 23rd. We're actually offering a small group of people free access to this event. So if you would like to qualify to receive a free VIP ticket to this upcoming mastermind and workshop, all you have to do is text the word VIP. Text the word VIP to 404-478-7213. So if you are a member of our Millionaire Mentorship program, you automatically get a free VIP pass to our workshops, to our masterminds that we host every quarter, okay? If you are a member of our certification program, if you are a member of our business incubator, if you are a member of our licensing program, you are automatically a part of our workshops and our masterminds. So all you would have to do is reach out to our millionaire concierge or whoever is the coordinator over your account and get from them the free VIP code so that you could go to our website, put that code in, and you would not have to pay any fee to participate and to attend this upcoming event. You can attend virtually or you can attend in person. But if you are not in our Millionaire Mentorship program, if you are not a licensee, if you're not a member of our certification program or our business incubator program that we just launched, and you would like to have an opportunity to receive a free VIP ticket to our upcoming one-day event, I want you to text VIP. Just text that. Text VIP to 404-478-7213. And if you qualify, we're going to give you a free VIP ticket to join us in person or virtually. It's going to be an amazing one-day event. And so what we're doing with these one-day events is we're taking the first half of the day to go into deep dives in our Millionaire Mastermind. So we talk a lot about holding companies, we talk a lot about infrastructure, we talk a lot about how to build your organization out and some of the most important components that you need in order for your business to succeed. The second half of this one-day event is going to be our workshop. And in our workshop, we deal with the nuts and bolts of financial systems or sales systems, marketing systems, or operational systems, and the processes that are necessary for those systems to work effectively. So I have a lot of new information that I'm going to be sharing in this upcoming event. I'm going to be talking a lot about financial systems in our workshop that's coming up. I'm going to be talking about KPIs, how to create your key performance indicators. We're going to be talking about creative tax strategies. We're going to be talking about QuickBooks, and we're going to take the time to make sure that you have the right financial system, the right financial processes connected to your systems, so you're able to quantify and effectively measure the revenue impact of your business. It's going to be amazing. I want you to be a part of it. We're going to have Q&A. You're going to be in a community of other millionaire-minded mentees who are being trained to scale their business as well to the next level. So if you would like to be a part of this event, and if you would like to have an opportunity to receive a free VIP ticket, just text VIP to 404-478-7213. Now, for all of you who are a part of our mentorship program, if you're a member of our Millionaire Mentorship program, if you are a member of our coaching program, that means you are already in the ecosystem. You already get free passes to our quarterly events. You already get access to our weekly coaching calls. You already get access to our Millionaire Blueprint, our virtual training program. But we have launched for 2022 a certification program. So if you're desiring to be a coach or a consultant, and you need to be trained on how to coach, you need to be trained on how to consult, we have an entire certification program for coaches and consultants. I really want to help future coaches and consultants be trained properly, and I want to see to it that you are certified the right way so you can go make an impact in the world with the people that you come into contact with. So if you're interested in moving up into our certification program, maybe you would like to be a licensee. We also have a business incubator that we just launched. And what this business incubator is going to do is this business incubator is going to help you build out your systems and your processes for your business. We're going to be helping you craft your vision, your mission, your core values. We're going to show you how to create your KPIs for your business. We're going to show you what systems you need to use. We're going to work with you hand to hand on integrating those systems, integrating those processes into your business. This business incubator is literally designed for me to take everything that I've done to build $1 million business and duplicate it for you, so that all you have to do is live it out, act it out on a day-to-day basis, and take your business to 7 figures as well. So if you're interested in our certification, our business incubator, or our licensing, you need to reach out to us today, because we have some amazing offers that we are extending to the people who are already in our ecosystem. So if you've purchased any of our programs and products, and you know you really want to move forward, you want to excel, you want to expand your business, and you still need some support, you need some assistance, you need some training in certain areas, we want to make that available for you, because we want you to win. So if you have any questions or concerns, just feel free to reach out to us. And the number again is 404-478-7213. Again, 404-478-7213. So now today we want to talk about, how do you guarantee success? How do you guarantee success with your holding company? How do you guarantee success? I mean, is it even possible to guarantee success? Well, it actually is possible to guarantee success, because when you're able to put together the right infrastructure for your business, and when you're able to integrate the right systems and processes in your business, when you're able to integrate the right products and services in your business, and the right people and staff and support team in your business, you can almost always project the revenue outcome for your business, meaning that you can guarantee success, because your business is not necessarily going to stay the same. So I'm going to walk you through some of these details today so that you can understand how important it is for your holding company to be positioned correctly, not just with the structure, with the systems and processes, but also with your products, with your people, and with how you present yourself in the marketplace so that you can guarantee success. So now, in order for you to guarantee the success of your holding company, it's going to depend on the proper integration. That's what it's going to depend on. It's going to depend on the proper integration. So success depends on proper integration. And this is a lot of what I'm going to be helping our clients do that are joining our Business Incubator program. Because really, if you have an idea that you want to introduce to the market, it's a business idea, it's a product idea, it's a service idea. Well, introducing and presenting that idea to the marketplace is going to have a lot to do with not only the type of infrastructure you have, but it's going to have a lot to do with the integration of the things that are going to complement that infrastructure, okay? Which, by the way, if you have any questions, all you have to do is drop your questions in the comments. So your success, your holding company's success, your division's success, your subsidiary's success, it all depends on the proper integration, okay? So if you're taking notes, I want you to write that down. So the first thing is you have to have infrastructure, okay? So what is infrastructure? Well, it's no different than a house. Let's say if you want to get a house built, and let's say if you go to Haverty's and to Lazy Boy and you buy all of this furniture, and then you go to Wolf and Sub-Zero and you buy all of these appliances, and you have tens of thousands of dollars worth of appliances, worth of furniture, worth of all types of artifacts that you're going to put in the house, but the house isn't built. But then you go find somebody who can build the house, because you got some contractors in your circle. You got plumbers, you got electricians, you got roofers, you got drywall experts, you got painters. You get all of these people together so that they can build the house, but they go to the property, to the lot that you want to build the house on, that you want to put the furniture in, that you want to install the appliances in, but you don't have an infrastructure. Well, guess what? You can't build the house. The workers can't do their job. The furniture can't be delivered. The appliances can't be installed. So everything that makes that house what you want to make it is dependent upon what? It's dependent upon infrastructure. So the infrastructure of your organizational enterprise, it has to rest on or be built on this holding company concept. And this could be for-profit and or non-profit. And the truth is, if in fact you have a successful organizational enterprise at some point that organizational enterprise is going to have a nonprofit arm, whether it's a community development corporation, whether it's a economic development corporation, whether it's a foundation or some type of outreach ministry that you're using to serve the community. At some point, your for-profit organization will be tied to some nonprofit endeavors. And if you build the infrastructure for your holding company correctly, it's easier to duplicate that infrastructure into any other vertical that you want to introduce it to. So everything begins with infrastructure. So I've walked you through this process time and time again. Your first entity needs to be a holding company. So that means if you have operating entities, if you have certain businesses that you want to introduce products and services to the market for, you want to make sure that those operating entities are supported by, or they are umbrellaed by, a holding company, if for nothing else, for the purpose of you separating your most valuable assets, okay? So your infrastructure is going to be important. You have your holding company. I can't talk about this and emphasize on this enough. You have your holding company. And if you set up the infrastructure of your holding company correctly, you're going to have your divisions. These are going to be your divisions. And then under your divisions, you're going to have what we call your subsidiaries. These will be the other operating entities that you use to house whatever your business operations are going to be when you go into the marketplace. These operational entities will be separate LLCs that are umbrellaed by your holding company. So now your infrastructure is built correctly, then it makes it easier for you to do the next thing, and that is to integrate. You're not able to integrate the right systems and the right processes and the right staff and the right people and services and products when you do not have the proper infrastructure. So infrastructure is first, and then integration. Integration is key. This is one of the reasons why, if you do not have a business consultant or a business coach who understands these concepts in your circle or a part of your credibility kit, it's going to be very important for you to find the right business coach and consultant to see to it that when you're putting your organizational enterprise together, that you can check the box of infrastructure. Because again, whether you're doing a nonprofit organization, a for-profit organization, or both, or maybe you're starting for-profit and then at some point you're going to convert to also build a nonprofit. If you have the infrastructure laid out this correct way, it's easy to duplicate it. Because let me just give you an example. If this is a for-profit organization, the holding company is going to be a LLC. This is your first holding company. This is LLC number one. Your divisions are going to be the things that you're still working on doing, or the things that can operate within your holding company, the LLC, because they're not volatile, they're not risky, they're not posing a risk to the other assets that your holding company is holding. If those things are risky, or if they're potentially liabilities, you're going to separate them from your holding company. You're not going to make them divisions. You're going to create other LLCs so that those other LLCs can be in sync with your holding company, but they can be separate from a legal perspective. This infrastructure alone will not only increase the value of your overall organization, but it's going to provide all of the benefits that I've talked about on many occasions on many of our shows. It's going to provide protection. It's going to provide preservation. It's going to provide more production. It's going to provide purchasing power. It's going to give you all of these benefits that you need for this holding company to continue to go up in value. But this is the infrastructure. You got to have infrastructure. But once you have infrastructure, now you need integration. What does integration mean? That means I've got to integrate. I've got to add to it. Remember, if we're building a house and you find a piece of land and you get the land surveyed and you get the engineers and the architects to come out and to survey the land and the environmentalists to come out to make sure that the land is good to build on, and then you get the cement laid. You get the cement, you get the foundation laid. You make sure that the infrastructure is solid. Once the infrastructure is solid, now the carpenters, the brick masons, the electricians, the plumbers, all of the day-to-day workers can come onto the property and they can build the framework for your house because you have a solid infrastructure. Well, it's the same way with your business. This is why a lot of businesses fail, because a lot of business owners, what they do is they skip infrastructure. They just take an idea and they turn that idea into a product or a service and they go to the market. And that's good to have. It's good to have that type of mentality. But when you go to the market with a product and a service and you have no infrastructure, you have no integration, you're already at the implementation phase of a business structure that needs to be put together correctly, so that as you start engaging in business activity, in exchanges, in transactions, you have a house to come back to. You have a house to bring information back to. You have a house to bring your results to. When you don't have that, you're going to be all over the place and you're never really going to get ahead. So hopefully I'm making sense. If I'm making sense to you and if it's registering with you, please give me some feedback in the comments. This is a very, very high level conversation that it seems like a lot of people want to have and need to have. But if we're having these conversations, you got to make sure that you're getting this information, you understand it, and that you are making sure that you're applying it to what you're doing as an entrepreneur. So you have infrastructure. That's first. We got to do this right the first time. I'm telling you, most of the entrepreneurs that I consult, I sit down with and I talk to, especially if they already have operating LLCs existing, most of them did not get the infrastructure right, which means they probably didn't get the integration right, which means they probably didn't get the implementation right. But it all starts with infrastructure first, all right? This is how you guarantee success with your holding company. So let's make sure we're clear on that. And I'll get back to the integration because I got to build that integration out. So do you understand the infrastructure? Do you understand it? So you have to start your first LLC if you already own an LLC or several LLCs. Well, that means you're going to have to start another LLC and you're going to have to build it as a holding company. And at some point, you're going to transfer the ownership of those other LLCs to the holding company. So let's say you already own LLC here, and it's providing products and services to the market. You own LLC here, and this is for real estate investing or crypto or Bitcoin. You own LLC here because you have some other type of business that you were trying to do and you really didn't get it off the ground. And let's say you own 1 or 2 or 3 different LLCs, but you never started the holding company. Well, guess what you're going to do? You're going to start a holding company, and then once you get that holding company started and set up and established, and your EIN and your operating agreement and your bank account, once you get the infrastructure of the holding company correct, and once you understand the concept behind it, how you're going to run it and manage it and use it to benefit your business and your legacy, then you're going to take those other LLCs and you're just going to transfer the ownership to the new holding company. So now you are standing at the top of the holding company, and then the other LLCs are actually under the umbrella of the main holding company, so that when you get new ideas, you're not just randomly starting new LLCs, you're taking those ideas through a filter, and that filter is going to either create divisions for those ideas until they are able to get a life of their own, get enough momentum to become legitimate entities, or you're just going to scrap them. So this is the R&D part of your infrastructure. This is research and development. So the first component that you're going to need to guarantee success with your holding company is what? It's infrastructure. All right. So let's go to the second component. It's integration. It's integration. This is the second component. If you want to guarantee success with your holding company, number one, infrastructure. Number two, integration. So now that I have my holding company LLC established, whether I have separate LLCs or not, I have a holding company. Maybe I have some ideas that I'm going to use as divisions under my holding company. Maybe I have one or two other business ideas that I know I'm going to use to operate in the marketplace. And as far as my infrastructure is concerned, I'm going to make sure that the ownership of those secondary LLCs are owned by my first LLC, which is my holding company. Then I can take a look at my integration. All right. So some of you may listen to me time and time again, and you may hear me repeating some of the same information, but it's critical because this concept has to be seared in your mind until it becomes second nature to you. All right. So what exactly are we going to integrate into this holding company that has divisions, that has subsidiaries? Well, this is where we're going to integrate the right systems and processes. We have to integrate these systems and processes. Trust me, I've done it before. I did it the backwards way before. I did it that way with the first three with the first three LLCs that I started. I did it backwards. I didn't do it this way. So I know what I'm saying actually works. Once I got it right and reset and reorganized and restructured my company, I was able to move forward quicker and get more things done and see more results without having to backtrack because I got it right that time. I'm not going to say the first time. I got it right that time. It took me 3 times around to figure that part out. Okay. So now with the integration, you're going to integrate your systems. Your systems are really like in a house, your systems are like the main rooms. So let's say if you got the foundation poured for your house, right? And then you get the contractors and the workers to come in and they start building the framework. Well, guess what? Once they get the framework built up, now they're going to have to bring definition to the house and to the frame of the house with making sure they carve out where the rooms are. So they start building the framework up, and then they start connecting the walls for the garage, for the living room, for the family room, for the dining room, for the kitchen, for the bedrooms, for the bonus room, for the recreational room, whatever the rooms are, because now the foundation is laid. That's infrastructure. And then once you start building the framework is going to be the integration of your systems and your processes. So as I talk about in my online program, I talk about this with my mentees, with my consulting clients. I always refer to the top 5 corporate roles or systems in a business, because the 5 systems that I talk about a lot are really interconnected to the 5 main roles of a company. Now, you might not have people to fill it, but again, I cannot integrate people if I don't have the integration of processes and systems. Does that make sense? So you got to have the top 5. This is the integration. This is the most important integration. Those are the 5. This is how you're going to integrate systems, because remember, each of these systems need processes, but these systems reflect corporate roles. So you are the main corporate executive in your company, correct? You are the C, the E, and the O. Now, if you don't know what all these roles are and what the systems and processes are with these roles, you at least, at minimum, need to join our online training program. We have an online training program called the Millionaire Blueprint, and we teach you the fundamentals of entrepreneurship, business ownership, holding companies. We teach you the concepts that we're talking about for your divisions and subsidiaries. We teach you about the top 5 corporate roles. We teach you about the main systems that you need in your business. So that online program is a very comprehensive program to teach you all the things you need in order for this to make sense to you. So at the very least, even if you don't join our mentorship program or our certification or licensing or business incubator program, at the very least, you need to get access to the education and training that we provide so you can learn these concepts. So you're the CEO, right? So this is a system. Remember, these are systems, and these are roles. So I want that to make sense to you. These are roles. So if I'm going to have people in my business working, if I'm going to hire people, if I'm going to outsource certain job descriptions to people or certain functions to people, I need to know where those roles fit into certain systems. Otherwise, I'm not going to see any results. I'm not going to get what I want to get out of it. So you have the CEO, that's the Chief Executive Officer. This is a system and this is a role. This is not just a person. This is a role and a system. Then we have the CSO. This is what we call the Chief Sales Officer. Other companies may call them different. They may call them EVPs or Vice Presidents of Sales or whatever. We're just simplifying it with C-level, C-suite systems and roles. So we have the Chief Sales Officer, but guess what? This represents a sales system. This represents a role. Then we have the CMO. This would represent a Chief Marketing Officer. This represents marketing systems, marketing roles. Now again, you don't have the people for this already. You don't even probably have the technology or the platforms for all of these, but you at least need to understand the concept of how this works when you're integrating these things into your business. You have the CFO. This is the Chief Financial Officer. This is a system. This is a role. Does that make sense? And then you have the COO. This is the Chief Operations Officer. It's a system and it's a role. This is one of the first integrations you want to make. Now, why do I want to make this integration? Well, number one, if you're the CEO, you're probably going to have to assume all of those roles. I know, because I've assumed them. You're going to be the executive officer, the sales officer, the marketing officer, the financial officer, and the operations officer. And listen, don't say, oh, I can't do all 5. Yes, you can. If you have integrated the right systems for these roles and you have defined them, no different than what you do when you get a house built. You have the foundation, you get the framework, then you start bringing definition to the rooms. So I've walked into houses. My wife and I, we're real estate. So we've seen houses that have been built. We've gone to land and we've seen the plots of land that were being, just kind of carved out for a house to be built. We looked at the blueprints. We saw what the engineers and the architects put together. We saw what the environmentalists did. And then we go to the land and we see where the house is going to be built. We come back in a month or so, and guess what? The foundation has been laid. We've stood on the foundation with clients. We've prayed over houses standing on the foundation. We come back a couple months later, and guess what? The brick masons and the carpenters have already put the walls up. And then we walk inside and they're bringing definition. Well, this is the integration part of your infrastructure. Your infrastructure needs a framework. It needs definition. This is going to help you make more sense of what you do when you're out there grinding and hustling and doing what you got to do every day to keep your business alive. So even though you're not 5 people, even though you're not going to be like the master at assuming 5 roles, even though you're not going to be the genius to operate 5 systems, however, if you have integrated systems and you have brought definition to roles that reflect at least these 5 areas, it's going to make it easier for you to do enough until you're able to start bringing people in to help them, okay? Because they need to know what to do. They need to understand it. It needs to make sense to them. It's no different than if you bring somebody to a piece of property, and even if you have the foundation laid, and then you bring them out on the foundation and you stand out there and say, this is going to be my house. And they looking around like, okay. And then you walk them to the corner and say, I'm going to have my room over here. Well, you can try to help them see it, but they can't see it like they will when the house is built. And you bring them into a built house and say, oh, this big room right here, let's open the door. That's my room. That's what you have to do with integrating systems and processes. And so now the process part is going to be easier because you at least know, okay, I need these 5 systems. I need these 5 roles, because these 5 systems and roles are going to become like, they're going to become like my walls where I can install doors so we could bring definition to the room of our house. And so now that you have the systems and the roles, now you can start integrating the responsibility. You can integrate the responsibilities. You can integrate the routines. This is like my personal playbook, what I'm sharing with y'all. Like, I do this every day. I know it works. My company operates off this, okay? You can integrate the numerical reach or the number of measurable activities that each of these roles need to have. And you can also integrate the results. So when I say systems and processes, I want you to understand what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you're integrating certain pieces of software, certain technology, certain platforms that can house information concerning your role as the executive, the role of a sales leader, the role of a marketing leader, the role of a financial leader, the role of an operations leader. These systems are going to become rooms in the house. They're going to house the furniture. They're going to house the appliances that you bring into your house, right? And then once you have these systems integrated, now you're able to start integrating the processes, because I want to put information in these rooms. I want to put furniture and appliances in these rooms, but where am I going to get this information from? How am I going to gather this information? How am I going to measure the impact my business is making? Well, the processes are going to be, I have a role for each one of these. Each role has a responsibility, right? Each responsibility has a routine. Each routine has a reach. Each reach has a result. So this is actually the granular, microscopic details of what your processes look like. This is how you execute the second component of integration. Do you got it? If you don't got it, you got to go back and rewatch it, or you probably just need to join our online training program or our mentorship program so you could be coached and consult to have enough time to not just learn these things, but to implement these things in your life. And so the third component is implementation. And I hope I spelled it right. This is the third component to guarantee the success of your holding company. It's called implementation. Implementation. The root word is implement. This is the doing part. This is the practice part. So now I got to take my products and my services and I've got to go into the marketplace and I've got to develop by actions what we call best practices. Because I'm not going to be able to measure the success of my business if I'm not in the marketplace practicing and acting and implementing the products and services by sharing valuable content with my audience, by making transactions, by building relationships. Now I gotta implement this stuff. So you're watching this show today. Guess what I'm doing? I'm not doing infrastructure work right now. I'm not doing integration work right now. What am I actually doing? I'm implementing. I'm taking my products and services. I'm taking my coaching products and services, my consulting products and services, my business training products and services, and guess what I'm doing? I'm creating best practices. I'm putting them to practice. I'm talking to them. I'm talking to you about them. I'm sharing them with you. I'm giving you insight into what I know about business and what I can do to help you if you are in business. And if you're looking to start a business or structure a business or scale a business, I'm sharing content with you that's valuable enough for you to see this guy pretty much knows what he's talking about. So maybe I need to connect with him and build a relationship with him and do some business with him. So if I do these best practices enough and I continue to get better even when I feel like I've hit my best, I'm able to take the results of what happens in my day-to-day activities that I'm implementing these certain practices, and I'm able to gather that information and do what? I'm able to go back to the rooms of the systems that I've implemented, look at the details of my processes and see if I'm hitting the targets and if I'm meeting and reaching the goals that I've set based on what I've implemented, based on what I've integrated, that I've built upon the framework of my infrastructure. So it's not as complicated as it may seem when you don't know a lot of these concepts. But once you learn these concepts and start using them in your business on a day-to-day basis, like they all start making sense. It wasn't until I really figured out these concepts and started really using them in my business on a day-to-day basis that I realized, oh man, I'm actually predicting success. I can easily project success, or in other words, I can guarantee success because I've got the right infrastructure, I've integrated the right systems and processes, and now I'm implementing best practices. And so guess what? Because I have documented proof of what I've been able to do, when it's time for me to bring someone on, I'm able to bring that person on, and I'm able to look at the systems that I have and see what system is this person interconnected to. Is it operations? Is it financials? Is it marketing? Is it sales? Is it my executive systems? Whatever the system is, whatever the roles are that are interconnected with that particular job, I'm able to connect it to it and make sure that it supports my infrastructure. So if you have any questions, if you have any takeaways that you would like to share, please, maybe you have a testimony. I would love to hear some success stories and testimonies. I just heard an amazing success story from one of our licensees this past Monday on our coaching call. They are literally crushing it. I can't wait to bring them back here. And by the time they get back here for one of our headquarter days, I'm going to make sure that I have the technological capabilities to interview them so we can mic them up, get them in front of the camera, and we can get some testimonies and some success stories directly out of their mouth on what they are doing with the information that we're sharing. And I'm talking about the same information that I'm sharing with you, I share with them. I give them access to it, and they're taking it and they're crushing it. And they're not the only ones. I have a lot of Millionaire Mentorship members, coaching members, and others who are in our ecosystem training and developing and being consulted and coached, who are really learning a lot of these concepts. They're implementing them, and they're seeing the results, not just in themselves, but they're seeing the results on their profit and loss statements. And that's where I want the results to be. So if you're eager to get access to more of this information, and you would love to build an infrastructure that you know you can guarantee success with, if you would love to integrate these types of systems and know how to do it the right way so you can make an impact when you implement best practices, I would love to introduce you to our virtual training program, our mentorship program, or any other program that we have. We have several programs that work perfectly for you. Of course, our Millionaire Mentorship program is our signature program because it gives you and I 1 year to work with each other. And so we mentor you for 1 year. We personally coach you. We provide consulting for you. We give you access to our training platform for a year. We give you VIP tickets to our masterminds and our workshops, like what we're hosting in 2 weeks on the 23rd of April. And we put you in a business community of like-minded people who want to be millionaires, who want to be successful, and who are learning these concepts. And so you can learn a lot, you can grow a lot, you can make a lot of good connections, and we want this community to continue to grow. All you have to do is text the word milli. That's all you have to do. Text millionaire to me right now, and I will reach back out to you so that we can talk to you about what program fits the criteria for what you want to accomplish. Text millionaire right now to 404-478-7213. I know some of y'all watch me all the time and you be saying to yourself, man, I want to join this program, but I ain't got the money. Why you let money get in the way of your success? I don't understand that part. Money is not your problem. Your mindset is the problem. Let me say it again. Money is not your problem. Mindset is your problem. Mindset is your problem. We had a client that we were coaching, came in for a session yesterday. And this client is a spectacular person. And within the 2 hours or so that we walked through this in-depth one-on-one coaching session with this client realized that there were more things that they needed to build a solid infrastructure for their business empire. And they moved up into one of our other programs so that they can get more coaching, more consulting, more support, and build their business into a 7-figure business. But guess what? They didn't let money get in the way. They never even mentioned it. They were like, hey, whatever we got to do to make it work, let's just make it work. And so if you know you need these things, and you know the difference between where you are and where you can be is you getting this information and this training and getting the support you need to move into that place of success, then you just got to get past this mentality that money is your problem. Money is not your problem. I promise you, money is not your problem. Well, Prophet Ramon, you saying that because you got some money and you on the other side of the camera. No, I'm not. Because I spend a whole lot of money on myself, on my business, on my personal growth and development, on my company's growth and development. And I never put money in front of the decision I need to make to move forward. I just don't. I don't do it. I don't concern myself with it. Now, of course, I've got people who hold me accountable, like my wife, my spiritual covering. I got people around me that's going to make sure that I don't just do no goofy stuff. But when it's benefiting me personally, when it's benefiting my ability to lead, when it's benefiting my business and my church and my community and my family and my legacy, nobody really even says anything or give me any flack or feedback on it other than, you do what you got to do because we trust your decision making. So don't let money be the issue. You should be bold enough to just text the word millionaire and say, you know what, I'm going to figure it out, but let me at least do my due diligence. Don't continue to just watch videos and hear information and never make a move on it. Remember, infrastructure is the first component to guarantee success. Integration is the second component to guarantee success. Implementation is the third component. So you have to implement what you hear. You have to move on it. You got to take action. You don't just make a decision. You make a decision and you take action on that decision. So just text the word millionaire. I'll be more than happy to speak with you. If you have any questions, feel free to drop questions in the comments, or just reach out to us and we'll be more than happy to answer any questions. So again, before I go, quick reminder, we are hosting a Mastermind Workshop, It's a one-day event right here in Buckhead. We're going to be at the Buckhead Marriott Conference Center, literally walking distance. You could see the conference center outside of my office window. We're going to be there on Saturday, April the 23rd from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So from 10 to 1, the first part of our one-day event, we will be hosting our Millionaire Mastermind. We're going to be doing deep dives into business structuring, business systems and processes, and showing you from an infrastructure perspective what you need to do to assure your business is put together correctly. We'll be doing Q&A, answering questions, doing some interactions. We'll take a break, and then when we return from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., we're going to be hosting our financial workshop. So we'll get into the nuts and bolts of creative tax strategies that you can use to minimize your taxes, maximize your tax deductions, shift some of your income, whether you're W-2, 1099, or a legitimate business owner, or all of the above. We're going to be doing deep dives into the nuts and bolts of your company KPIs, how to create key performance indicators that make a direct revenue impact. We're going to be talking about your P&L statements, your profit and loss statements. We're going to be showing you a lot of the more deeper, sophisticated aspects of your financial systems. This is very, very important. And so we are offering a handful of free VIP tickets to those of you who qualify. And if you would like to see if you qualify and be a part of this event and receive a free VIP ticket, it's invitation only, unless you're going to pay $250 for the few seats that we have open to the public. Otherwise, you can receive a free VIP ticket, but you have to text VIP to this number. You have to text VIP to this number. Maybe you're going to text millionaire. If you're interested in the Mastermind Workshop and you text millionaire, we'll just talk to you about it once we get on the phone with you. So I would love to have an opportunity to spend a day with you. You could come up to Buckhead and be a part of that one-day event. It's going to be absolutely amazing. You'll get a chance to meet some of our millionaire mentees. You'll get a chance to meet some of our students who are in our university training program. You'll get to meet people who are in all of the programs that we have, and you can literally ask them, how is the program going for you? What are you learning? What is the benefit from this program? You're able to nitpick as much as you want. You don't have to just take it from me. You can listen to the people who are a part of it, because I'm resilient in giving people everything that I got. So I look forward to hearing from you. Text the word millionaire to 404-478-7213. Love all of you. Appreciate you. Have an amazing Wednesday. Go out there, crush it for the remainder of this day. And if there's anything that we can do to help you, to support you, to assist you, just give us a call or text the number you see behind me, and we'll make ourselves available. Thank you so much for joining the Ramon Preston Show. I'll see you same place, same time tomorrow, 12 o'clock noon Eastern Standard Time.